Alright, praises and glory goes to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai by Shem Karkadash, that one honors to the elders at GMS who's pushing this truth with all truth and sincerity. Shalom. And this is just gonna be a quick rant, about really about these women, man, and eventually we're gonna these women are gonna crawl to us, and brothers that don't really have women right now, eventually these women, they're gonna need a man of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, man, because we're gonna be the most valuable man, in the world, man, and it seemed far-fetched right now, because looking at our situation, we really don't have as much resources nor women, nor time to give unto women, but when all hell breaks loose, man, and when society collapses and society starts feeling it, man, these women, they're gonna be in survival mode, man. And one thing that these women, when they get into survival mode, it's like their brain starts clicking. It's like they start thinking now, as we live in a society where women are worshipped, are put on pedestals, are worshipped by simps, you look in the comment section and you see a whole bunch of simps, feet worshiping, you see some crazy ass shit, man, in these comic sections that these men say and do, man, which ultimately they should be put to death, man, because it don't make no damn sense, how weird and sick people are, man, but you'll see these simps in our comic session, and knowing and looking at the bitch, man, she used the restroom just as you do, man, and let's be honest, man, once, these women, they're not really special, man. They stink, they smell, they do dumb shit, they act stupid, just like a regular human being, man. They're not special, man. And for men to put them in a category to where they're like above and beyond and at all, puts them in a certain mindset of them being above everybody else, man. So they start judging and looking down, on brothers, on other people and so forth, to where they think they're above you, man, and they think that they need to be worshipped, and and to be honest, they got in this society, they got a personality of being very selfish, man, emotionally and physically selfish, man, because then she'll lay up with somebody else, man, and emotionally, if she's not there, if she's not on the same program as you, she'll leave you, man, to find the next carousel to ride, man, but one thing I noticed is when women are survival mode, they look at beyond resources and facial and what you look like, man. They look beyond that and look at your traits and what type of man you are, man. And they know that deep down inside, they know that, if they get with you, they'll survive longer out here than getting with Craig and Day Day, man. And we coming into some times to where when survival mode is put out and these women can't get their natural resources, they're gonna look for a man, and it's played out, because let's be honest, we all knew that at the end of the day, women need a man, no matter how they feel, no matter how prideful that they are, and how they act like they shit don't stink, which is tiring, man, but at the end of the day, man, women need a man, and they're gonna find out, And if they don't know, they're gonna find out, very soon. Cause this bitch is about to collapse, man. We can feel it. Each day we get closer, man. Closer and closer to this collapse, to a major event happening, to something going down to where the world is put in a halt, Right now, I'm sitting by the freeway watching cars go to work, you know. And it's been constantly, man, same spot I'm sitting, same time I'm looking at people, a whole bunch of cars going to work, Americans doing the same shit over and over, rinse and repeat, eat, sleep, work, repeat, mindset, man. But sooner or later this shit is gonna change, man, because the elites, they want a new world order, man. So this way of society, this way of living, that everybody have gotten comfortable with, is gonna be brought to an end, man. And a new society and a new way of living is gonna come about, man. A lot of people are struggling financially, with finances and whatnot. A lot of people got laid off. I think UPS got laid off. A lot of people in UPS. A lot of major companies are switching to digital and investing into AI, man. So a lot of people are getting laid off. A lot of people are losing houses, homes. A lot of people are sleeping in cars now. So this economy is just bad, man. And I don't see it going back to normal. I see it getting worse from here, man, till they put a squeeze on the people and the people start rebelling against the government, which they want. But like I said, it's all played out, man, and we're just waiting for this bitch to end, man, because this is a shit show and a nightmare, man. And it's like everything is cliche, man. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai gave us the knowledge to see straight through this bitch, man. And we see all the wickedness and abominations that this bitch tries to deceive the world, tries to deceive us, but we see straight through this bitch, man. We see straight through this whore, man. And brothers probably had that experience where you met a girl and you just knew she was a whore, and you could see straight through her, man. And that's what Yahweh Bashim Yahushai gave us. He gave us the playbook, the ISL, the game. He got us up on game, man. To not be intertwined with America and all its philosophies and abominations that it brings. Because we can see straight through America, man. This is why we're not affected about and stressing out about money and whatnot, man, because we know the end game. We know that when it's all said and done, Yahweh Shah is gonna rule the next kingdom to come, man. And it's slowly festering, man. And there's there's a lot of signs to tell you that this kingdom is collapsing, man, and it's on its way down, and prophecies to tell you that this kingdom's gonna be brought down, man. Through social media, through the scriptures, through all types of stuff, man. Through sellouts, man. Through blowers, man. So when all hell breaks loose, man, these women, they're gonna seek refuge, man. And you brothers needs to be in a mindset to where you ain't playing no fucking games with these women, man. We leave that shit in whatever year that this shit goes down. We leave that in 2026, 2027. Man, because shit, when brothers didn't have it, it was none to be found. Now brothers up, now these bitches come around, man. What homie said? He said, I didn't have it. Wait, what he said? I didn't have it, they wasn't on me. Now I got it, they all on me. I think so. That's how it went. Yeah, now brothers got the power, and now these women gonna try to seek them, man. You know, and man, I'm to the point to where I'm just tired, man. You know, I'm tired to where, man, I ain't, you know, I'll get my piece of the pie, but man, these bitches, man, I'm not gonna be playing no games, man. You know, to hell with them, man. To you know, the way that they have treated brothers, the way that brothers have been done wrong, man. It ultimately makes a cold-hearted man out of them, man. You know, in this society, in this world, they try to look down on a cold-hearted person, but look who rules the earth, man. You know, look who rules the earth, man. Not just a cold-hearted person, but these entities, man. They're not even a person, man. They're more like lizards. You know, they eat humans. You know, they eat their own selves. They eat cannibals. They love being in the cold. They hate the heat. They love dark places, man. You know. So, but America needs a cold-hearted, you know, and living in America, man, makes you cold, man. You know, it makes you hard, you know. Because America, man, America will eat you alive, man. You know, if you're so-called a good person, man, you know, and you try to please everybody, man. You know, which we shouldn't be doing that, but you know, when you're raised to so-called be a good person and stuff and treat people how you want to be treated, man, you get shitted on in this society. You know, wickedness is looked up on and righteousness is looked down on. So you trying to be a good person and trying to help everybody, man, you know, time after time again, you get let down, you get put down, man. And then you're just like, you know what? Now you pushing everybody out the way so you can get to the top, man. You know? And that's what America brings, man. It brings cold-hearted people, man. And these people, they gon' burst, man. They gon' freak the fuck out, man. You know, I've been working in customer service for some time, and I've been seeing how these peons be acting when they don't get their 1 item, 2 item discount or the prices change. You know, they freak the fuck out, man. And it's surprisingly 9 times out of 10 it be men, man. You know, men getting so emotional over a damn price change, you know, and it don't even be that much. It be $2 off, $5 off, $10 off, you know, and men be freaking out, man. So just imagine how these women are, man. These women gonna be at all, man. They're gonna be at loss. They gonna be lost in the sauce, man. When all hell breaks loose, they ain't gonna know what the fuck to do. You know, and I don't give 2 fucks, man. I'm so sick and tired of these women and their pride, which we should be, man. You know, them being put on a pedestal in this society. Now when society collapses and nobody gives a fuck about their dirty ass, you know, nobody's gonna give a fuck about their dirty ass, man. You know how sexualized this society is, and how everybody flaunt and how women flaunts their assets to the world to see, man, on social media. Nobody gonna give a fuck about their dirty raggedy ass, man. They're like fucking dirty rags, man, used up with all types of infections and germs, man. You know, people gonna be running through them, man. You know, physically and not giving a fuck about them, man. They gonna be snatching hoes up. They gonna be fucking pushing hoes out the way to get to the last piece of bread, you know, on the damn shelf, man. You know, some of these bitches gonna get graped, man. Grain graped, man. You know. And who fucking cares, man? This society has went to shit. This society has festered these spirits, man. So I'm not gonna give a shit, you know, about these women, man. You know, to hell with them, man. You know. Of course, the ladies that repent, you know, and that turn back. But when all hell breaks loose, man, to hell with these bitches, man. You know, we gotta move on. We gotta move forward, man. We can't, you know. I think every brother been in that spirit to where they feel down over a hoe or a bitch that they lost and whatnot, and they think about her from time to time, you know, which is all right, man, because that's, you can't control that, man. You know, it's emotions, it's soul ties, you know. But ultimately, man, when all hell breaks loose, man, we moving forward, man. We ain't putting that simp ass spirit back on our people, man. We moving forward. We gotta be strong, you know. And a lot of women gonna try to seek refuge, and they gonna get turned away, man. To hell with these women, you know. And ultimately, I love women. Don't get me wrong, but I fucking hate women also, man. You know. It's a balance, man. I love them. You know, especially good women. You know, that take care of men. You know, and that wanna be submissive to men. You know, I love them. But man, it's fucking hard to find them out here, man. You know, and most of these women, you know, I come across as just hoes, man. You know, and most of the good women, man, you know, that be taking care of their man and they love their man. These are from the heathen nations, man. You know, Moab and Elam and whatnot, man. You know, their women treat them right, or at least try to, man. You know, American women, they don't give a shit. You know, to hell with them, man. You know, I don't give two fucks what happened to these women. You know, when all hell breaks loose, man. Brothers, you see a woman crying out, man. Don't interfere, man. Fuck it, man. You gotta remember, man. When you didn't have shit. Will that woman talk to you? Of course you'll have your pick of the litter, man. But you gotta remember, man, when you didn't have shit, when you was down on your own, man. When you tried to make a play on one of these women, 9 times out of 10, you know, they gave you the boot. They turned their heads towards you, man. Away from you, man. Like you wasn't shit, man. You know? So let them feel it, man. You know, it's only gonna be this wave of women, man. We gonna get more righteous women in the kingdom. You know, these wicked ass women, they can stay here and fucking burn for all I care, man. I don't give two fucks, man. I'm so sick and tired of them. You know, cause brothers actually be hardworking, man, putting in work, putting in time. And we just trying to get a little bit of box, man. And not knowing that she's spreading her legs for the next nigga, man. Openly. Nothing. Nigga just said hi and give her a little bit of weed, man. And she legs wide open. Now when you come up, you trying to get some. Trying to get a nut off, man. She turning her head. You gotta sidestep, trying to, you know, doing all extra shit, you know, to hell with these women. Not saying that brothers do that, but I'm making a point. You know how these women treat us, man. You know, now when society collapses, you know, brothers don't get big headed, man. When these women start trying to talk to you, trying to flatter with you, man, they ain't trying to get nothing but some protection, man. You know, we gotta be on game, man. We gotta be on game, man, and we can't be getting persuaded by our little emotions, man. You know, cause let's be honest, man. Our emotions sway, you know, and not like women, man. You know, we'll be feeling like shit one time, and then we'll be all right, man. We're hard men, you know. Man, but you know, sooner or later, man, these women are about to find out, you know, and I can't wait, man. I can't wait Cause these bitches, they need a hard ass whooping, man. And that's what Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is gonna give them, a hard ass whooping. Cause in America, man, 9 times out of 10, these bitches want to be whores, man. And that's what I looked and figured out, man. These bitches really want to be whores, man. Look on social media. Look what they do. Look how they move their bodies, man. They don't bring nothing to the table but their assets, man. So you know what? When all hell breaks loose, and when marauders and when raiders and all types of creepy ass niggas, they pursue them, I'm not gonna give 2 fucks, man. You know, cause she wanted to show her body. She wanted to do all types of evil ass shit behind closed doors, OnlyFans, finessing niggas, finessing simps and shit. So when all hell breaks loose and she got a mob and a gang after her, man, you know what? Fuck that bitch, man. You know, and I'm sorry, you know, coming off hard, but it is what it is, man. You know, it is what it is, man. Most of these women, they deserve a cruel death, man, for the cruelty that they have done to the men of our nation and to other men, man. These women, they're not innocent, even though they might look innocent. These women aren't innocent. They done some foul shit that brothers don't know of. You know, they fucking done some creepy ass shit with a man that's bisexual, man. You know, we don't know what these bitches do in the dark, man. You know, but Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua knows. You know, and he's gonna pay them back 100-fold, man, for the evil shit that they have done to brothers, and for the shit that they have done, you know, wickedly, man. They're not getting away with shit, man. And by them seeing a whole bunch of deaths, man, cause women, they're so fickle to situations, man. You know, you'll see somebody get hit, for example, get hit by a car or a bull, man. They'll put their mouth over their they'll put their hand over their mouth, man. You know, that's all you hear. Some women, they be panicking, having panic attacks and crying and shit. You know, just like that video in the fucking elevator, man. You know, I guess they got stuck in the elevator and Jake was like, you know what? Somebody slapped this bitch, and she started screaming, and Jake was like, somebody slapped this bitch, and he was like, you know what? I'ma do it, and she wouldn't stop screaming, man. You know, everybody was looking around. Keisha was looking around like, all right, this bitch here. Cause they got stuck in the elevator, and Jake was like, somebody slapped this bitch. That's how these women are in situations, man. They start screaming, start panicking, over exaggerating shit. You know, so how much more when they see heads rolling and feet being cut off in the air, man. They see mass casualties, mass death. They see the troops gunning niggas in the streets, man. Bodies lined up. You know? They see a firefight going on, nigga. You know? Shalak. They see a firefight going on. You know? These bitches, man. They gonna have it's gonna be a field day, man. You know? And to be honest, man, when society collapse, man, brothers gonna love it, man. We gonna love it, man, because we already hate going to work. We already hate paying taxes, mortgage, our rent, our phone bills, our internet bills. Man, that's all we do is pay bills. So think about when you put your trust and your faith in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, and he's guiding you through a society that's collapsing, man, or that already has collapsed, man. You know, and women are just running to you. You got food, you got a place to stay, you got heat, air, water, while people struggling, while people trying to still be in the system, still taking that microchip, still going to work, trying to function in this society, but the society has already collapsed, man. You know, think about it, man. Man, you know, we fucking hate going to work, man. We don't want to deal with these people. We don't want to be around these people, man. But we're forced to, you know, by the powers that be, man. Ultimately by Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. We're forced to come to work and play along and act like we like these people, man. We don't give a fuck about these people, man. Nor do they give a fuck about us, man. You know, and that's the cold truth, man. Most of these niggas at our jobs, they'll smile in our face and act like they love you, man. They love you. Behind closed doors, they don't give a fuck about you and they talk shit about you, you know? But they'll smile in your face, fist bump, high five, you know? Man, to hell with these people, brothers. Don't let these people fool you, man. When judgment comes, that's when they gonna want to buddy with you, man. Because they know you know something that they don't, you know? That's when they want to be like, oh, did you hear about this? Do you know about that? Yeah, I heard about this. That's when they want to start picking at your mind, brothers. Don't be gullible to their fucking manipulation tactics, man. Most of these bitches would be trying to run psychology warfare on you, brothers, man. You know, which we peeped that through the spirit, you know. But brothers, don't let these peons at your job, your manager, whatnot, manipulate you, brothers, man. You know, deep down inside, they don't give a fuck about you, brothers, you know. And that's just real talk, you know. I'm sorry for my harsh language, but they don't care, man. To hell with them, man. Fuck them, man. When judgment comes, let judgment eat away at their door, man, until it fully consumes them, man. You know. That's what most of these people will run away from, is judgment, man. Because they know that they've been living a shitty ass life, doing dirty ass shit, and now judgment is at their door. Now they're panicking, man, because they know that their ticket is being called, man. You know, a price is being paid, man. You know, that's what most of these people don't realize, man. The evil shit that you do, man, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai keeps track of it, man. And a price has to be paid, you know, regardless. You know, and that's even for our brothers, you know. But Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, you know, will that he covers us, man, and that he have mercy upon us, which we try to pray every day to ask for mercy, man. You know, because we're not perfect neither, man. But the evil shit that these people constantly search out and do, you know, when judgment comes, that's when they want to panic the most, man, because they know that, you know, it's right there, man. Judgment is right there, man. And that's how these women are gonna feel, man. They're gonna feel that judgment eating away. Judgment getting closer, man. Society collapse. The mark of the beast is being implemented. It's gonna be overwhelming to them, man. They gonna get humble quick. Society collapse. The MOTB is implemented. 911 doesn't answer phone calls no more. There's been mass casualties on the streets, man. Killings, robberies, women getting beat upside their head, man, and getting taken advantage of, man. Women are getting robbed, man. These women that's been going to bar to bar, they're coming up missing, man. They're being found in fucking alleyways and in fucking underground tunnels and basements, man. You know, it's gonna get very sick, man. And this is what America breeds, man. It breeds sick ass spirits, man. You know, and it's been flustering them for a very long time, man. But these sick ass men and these sick ass women, they're gonna be able to fulfill that their cravings, their lust for that they've been having for a very long time, physically, man. They ain't gonna imagine it no more. They're gonna be able to fulfill it physically, man. You know, so these men that don't get a lot of play, man, and a lot of women has been treating them wrong, and you know, brothers, that one kid that was in school that always got picked on, that the girl always said she liked, and then he probably liked her, and then she was just playing and trying to make her friends laugh and shit, you know, and he got butthurt, or not butthurt, he got sad, man, and he never came to school, and he moved schools and whatnot, and life has just been shit for him, man. He's gonna take advantage of these situations, man. And I don't give two fucks, man, because how these women are and how they operate, man. These women don't have any brain cells, man. They can't even see what's about to happen, man. They just feel something. I just know something bad is gonna happen. They don't see the society collapse. You know, and some women do see it. I'm not saying all of them, man. I'm just saying most of these women, man, they're so wrapped up in their daily lives and their fucking the internet and their social medias that they don't give two fucks about anybody but themselves, man. Some of these selfish women are gonna have to pay, especially you know, the number one topic is on the, you know, is Eve, man. Eve. Especially these church ass women, man. The black woman. Oh my God. Every time when I see a old black woman, you see the younger Eves, you know, but you already know they gone, but you know, they ain't lost like these older ones, man. Man, these older Eves rub me the wrong way, man, because they don't nurture their race, man. These women, these Eve old ass women, they're like cancer to Jake, man. And they really are cancer to Jake, man, because they slowly infest Jake with all types of witchcraft, all types of philosophies and idol worships, to where they'll leave Jake with nothing, man. And they really would leave Jake with nothing, man, to where Jake is out here fending for himself, you know. He used to, you know, these women has taken the man out the house, man. You know, these women, these older women and mid women, man, they're evil to Jake, man. To the Jake men. They didn't nurture Jake, man. They turned him into a fucking monster, man. They turned him into a nigga that's out here gang banging, robbing, raping, killing, committing all types of abominable acts, man. You know? They don't help their nation, man. They destroy their nation, man. And that's their allegiance to Esau, man. Cause Esau hates Jake, man. Esau wants to see Jake, ultimately the people erased, our people erased, man. You know. And Eve just want to live in a abundance where she can turn on the channel and see and watch couple courts, man. Couple courts. And talk about how bad the man was and how he's no good and just a dirty dog, man. But really, it'd be 9 times out of 10 these women, man. You know, what evil ass women throws hot ass fucking grits on their man, you know, that pulls a gun out on him, man. That stabs him, man. You know, these fucking women, they gonna have to pay for that shit, man. You know. These dumbass bitches, man, and that's what they are. They're dumb, stupid ass hoes, man. You know, that judgment is slowly creeping up on them, man. These evil ass women, man, they never gave a fuck about Jake, nor have they ever tried to put in time and effort into Jake's invest into their lives, man. These white women, they'll invest into Jake, and we hear it numerous of times, man. This is why white women are the most you know, getting with the white women, you know, actually helps out your family, man. You know, these women, these black women, they get so emotional, they'll fucking destroy the whole family, man. Take the man out, fucking raise the kids into fucking monsters. Now you got this fucking monster baby drinking Kool-Aid and eating hot Cheetos every night, man, with some ramen noodles, man. No salads, just microwavables. You know, always fighting in the household, stressing out the kids. You supposed to be the grown ass adult, man. You stressing the kids out for money, man. You know, they dad gave them $100 to get what they want. You know, you telling them you taking 75% of it. You know, these women, man, they gonna have to pay, man. Stressing out the kids for what, man? just because they thought they could be independent and strong. You know, we're gonna see how independent and strong these women are when all hell breaks loose, man. You know, and I can only say it and talk about it, but when it actually happens, bro, when shit actually hits the fan and the games begin, we gonna see, bro. We gonna see how these women start panicking, man. And you know what? Once these women start panicking, man, they gonna get taken advantage of, bro. I'm telling you, men are gonna do these women wrong, man, in the worst ways, man. How, like for example, man, we see on the Walking Dead, on apocalypse shows and movies, man, we see how that weird ass Timmy at the back of the class, man. Timmy, fat, probably unattractive, man. Never got no plays, man. When all hell breaks loose, you know, and they be around a whole bunch of women, Timmy lures 1, 2, 3, however, man, saying he knows a spot. He being deceptive, man, doing all, you know, thinking about all types of shit that he's gonna do. Man, women they're gonna get done wrong, man. And women being in panic mode, they're not even thinking that this nigga's gonna set them up or capture their ass, you know. You know, they in survival mode, trying to just get out the situation. They follow fucking Timmy back to his house. Nah, she 12 feet under the damn house, man, in the basement, stuck somewhere, man. You know. And this is what's coming, man. And you know, I'm laughing, man, because, you know, judgment has, you know, America has been asking for it, man. It's something that America has just been asking for, man. You know, especially these women, these American women, these whores, you know, these wannabe whores, you know, this is what they been asking for, man. So you know what? They're gonna get it, you know. So I like to give all praises and glory to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai Bashim, Yakarkodash, double, and honors to the elders at GMS who's pushing this truth with all truth and sincerity. And shalom.